All right, guys, next up in the calendar series, we're going to be talking about class booking and collective booking. We are going to talk about the minor differences between class booking and collective booking versus personal booking or round robin booking. So the main one here with a class booking, which is where we are going to start, is that you can only have a single team member selected in a class booking calendar. So this is going to be a specific calendar for a specific person that has a specific location for X amount of people at a time is effectively what this is going to be. So inside here, we can give it the calendar, the name, the description, we can add it to a group, give it a unique custom URL, and then give it a meeting title, and then select the team member that you want to have on the class booking calendar. Okay, we're going to save, and we're going to go to the availability tab, which is now where this is going to be a little bit unique. You'll notice that the availability is exactly the same as it was before. You can turn this into a recurring meeting or not. You can set your meeting interval, meeting duration, minimum scheduling notice for the class, the date range that you want to do. This right here is the unique function of a class booking calendar. What you can do with this is you can say, for each time slot that I have available, there are 10 seats available, meaning 10 people can book at that specific time, but not 11, right? You've got your pre-buffer time and your post-buffer time. So let's go to customizations. I'm just going to show you guys what this actually looks like when I preview the widget. So no stylization, no customization. This is a class booking calendar, and this is going to show how many seats are available in each time slot. So if I click this and I go ahead and select and I book that time and I come back to the calendar, there's only going to be 9 seats available for that time slot. So that is the class booking calendar structure. So very, very simple, but it's going to allow multiple people to book in at any one given time slot, but it's going to limit the amount of people that can book for each time slot available for those classes. Next up is your collective booking calendar. So this one is, again, setup wise, it's exactly the same as every other calendar structure. But with collective booking, what you can now do is you can actually create a calendar system that looks into 2 different individuals' availabilities and then allows you to book with both at the same time. So, for example, this would be a collective booking with Adam and Steve. This is what the name would be here. And then I've got both Adam and Steve in the calendar. Now, whoever is the owner of the calendar, it's going to default to that meeting location. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do custom, and I would put my Zoom link in here, which I'm not going to do right now. But whoever the owner of this calendar is going to be the default meeting location for this calendar. But what it's also going to do is it's going to look into the availability of both Adam and Steve and only show the time slots where both are available, and so that it makes sure that obviously both of them get set up on the calendar. And apart from that, it's exactly the same as a round robin calendar or a class booking calendar or any of these other calendars in terms of their overall setup. But you can now just book with 2 people instead of just 1 at a time. Next up, we've got calendar groups. Calendar groups are incredibly useful for a number of different reasons. And when we get into the service booking calendars, you're going to understand why. But the use case that I'm going to talk about in this video is maybe separating your sales versus your service, or maybe your sales versus your onboardings in different calendar groups. What that gives you the ability to do is, there's a lot of things actually. Number one, you can fire the same appointment reminder sequences based on the calendar group that it's being booked with. So you can have multiple different types of calendars in a calendar group, and you can also use a unique calendar link that displays a bunch of different calendars. So I'm going to use the example of, and actually let's go over here. I'm going to use the round robin calendar, and I'm going to duplicate it. And we're going to say that this one is a round robin 1 hour appointment. Right? Now we've got just Adam in here. So it's going to be a 1 hour appointment with Adam. And I'm actually just going to label this Adam 1 hour appointment like this. And we're just going to click save. Okay, I'm going to close this out now. So now I've got an Adam's 1 hour booking calendar. Now I'm going to go Now, obviously, I forgot to change the duration, but that's okay because this is just an example. I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to call this one's Adam 30 minute. So now I've got two different calendars for Adam. One's a 60-minute appointment, and one is a 30-minute appointment. I'm going to kill Steve out of this one, and we're just going to click save, and then we'll close out of this. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a calendar group just for Adam, so that we can show a unique set of calendars for Adam. So let's go into a new calendar group, and we're going to say Adam's calendars, right? We're going to do a Neo, and we're just going to say GHL MMC-Adam. Create the group. So now, currently there are no calendars in that group. So what we can do is we can come back to the calendars, and we can say this 30-minute calendar, we're going to move to group, and we're going to move it to Adam's calendars. The legacy permanent scheduling link might change. I haven't ever run into problems with it, so don't worry too much about that. And you'll notice here that this is now in Adam's calendars. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to move this one to Adam's calendar group. And we're going to select and move that one into the group as well. Now here's another really cool thing that you can actually do with this. If you group your calendars in this manner and you need to look for a specific type of calendar, you can come in here and you can filter them by the group that you want to see them in. So I'm going to click apply, and now I can only see these two calendars that are in the Adam's calendar group. So the next thing that we can do here is that we can actually use the group calendar URL. So I'm going to copy the permanent link here, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to paste it. Now, I haven't done any stylization of this calendar group, but now I can see that we've got Adam's 1 hour calendar and Adam's 30-minute calendar. So if I wanted to give people the option to book, a 30-minute or a 1 hour, then I can use this scheduling link to give them the option to do either or. I personally do this because I've got a free 15-minute consultation calendar, I've got a paid 30-minute, and I've got a paid 1 hour. And so if they want to book an appointment with me, I can say, okay, if you want a quick 15-minute call, you can just go ahead and book here. If you want a paid strategy call with me, you can book on either my 30-minute or my 1 hour calendar, and it's a paid calendar option. So that's how the groupings work for calendars. And like I said, you can fire a workflow based off of a specific calendar group. And so a great use case for that is an onboarding call calendar. You might have 3 different people that can do onboarding calls, but you can have a calendar group for onboarding calls. And anytime an appointment gets booked in any one of those calendars inside that group, you can trigger the same workflows off of them. So really, really handy features. Now, this from a super basic standpoint is how you create calendar groups, and then how you assign a calendar to a group. So I hope that's helpful. And if it wasn't, go ahead and ask me some questions. You can email us at support@joinghlmastery.com for any questions that you might have. So we will see you in the next one. Take care. Hey guys, I hope you found that video useful and helpful for you getting your company set up in Highlevel and getting your white label started with the Highlevel ecosystem. Now, if you're just starting out your journey in the Highlevel ecosystem, or maybe you're even an intermediate, or consider yourself an expert that just wants to know a little bit more about the Highlevel platform and how you can leverage it, I would encourage you to go and click the link in the description below this video and hop into our GHL Mastery program. What do we do inside of our GHL Mastery program? Well, we have 5 calls every single day of the week, Monday through Friday, for 2 hours a day, where we actually help you get into your system, help you build, help you troubleshoot, and just overall help elevate your overall skill set on the Highlevel platform. So if you're interested in getting hands-on every single day support, plus a couple of bonus goodies, snapshots, AI systems, the like, then go ahead and click the link below to join our GHL Mastery VIP group. And I promise you, you will learn more in 1 month than you will in 6 months doing this on your own. We will see you in the next one. Take care.